Hi everybody. So this morning, I woke up from a dream in which my mother and I were talking, and we were walking around the house, and she was devaluing me and belittling me, all the while wearing a neurotic smile, basically smiling while she was devaluing and belittling me. And I realized that this was one of her defense mechanisms in operation, namely the defense mechanism of dissociation. So, in this particular case, my mother is dissociating her 5th and 6th chakras, and 7th chakras, 5th, 6th, and 7th chakras, from the feeling body, from her heart, from her power, from her survival instincts. So, it's a great concern to me as a psychotherapist because, well, I noticed that when I woke up, I just recently cut back on smoking cigarettes, way back. I'm now vaping instead, and vaping is a far more enjoyable practice. And when you vape, you can remain connected to your lower chakras, namely your first chakra, because smoking cigarettes is kind of a toxic practice. So when you smoke cigarettes, you tend to dissociate from your first chakra, which is your survival center, and not just so. So I've been doing a lot of trauma work with my clients, and I'm concerned that I may be dissociating from my first chakra in my trauma work with my clients. So just in brief, I'd like to address that as a psychotherapist. I'm a heart-centered psychotherapist. And the heart center is key to practicing psychotherapy because when you're heart-centered, it's difficult for you to dissociate from any chakra. It's a balancing point in the body, and when you're in your heart, you tend to reflect both upon your upper chakras, your intuition, your communication, and your connection to all beings from the 7th chakra, as well as reflecting upon your own sense of power, your own sexuality, and your own survival center, your lower chakras. But being heart-centered may not have prevented me from dissociating from my first chakra in my work with my clients. So what's happening is, while I'm processing trauma with my clients, I may be from time to time dissociating from my countertransference, namely all of the feelings that my clients' stories about their having been traumatized makes me feel. So I'm an empathic person, and especially in therapy sessions. And but I may have a lacuna or a blind spot with regards to feeling deeply into my first chakra while my clients are recalling these traumas. And that would make empathy impossible for my clients who are recalling their felt experience of having had to survive these traumas. So if as a result of these traumas, my clients are angry, are terrorized, are in shock and disbelief, are really concerned for their own survival, and they're sharing this with me, then that might be some place that I'm unwilling to go with them. And as a psychotherapist, I want to be willing to go everywhere and anywhere my clients go in an effort to heal them. So I'm going to be keenly mindful of my process of dissociation, and I hope you are too. Getting in your heart is a good start to prevent dissociation from happening. But if you're a smoker, quitting smoking cigarettes will help you to remain connected to your first chakra. And just be mindful that you can be there with your fellow man and fellow woman who is in that dark space of just barely having survived a firing, a laying off, a abuse, especially domestic violence, or any other traumatic experience, natural disaster. You can be there with your clients, or your friends, or your loved ones, and you can help them to process those feelings by remaining grounded in all of your chakras, especially in your first chakra. Okay, I hope that helps all. Be well. Bye for now.